certified by Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
So when will Debbie get out of here? Well, at first glance, if you look at the most significant computer models, some call it spaghetti models, you think, wow, there's still a lot of ifs. There are much less in the way of ifs, folks, and much more confidence in our forecast with, except for this one outlier, a general motion, whether sinusoidal or looping, but off to the northeast, at least over the next couple of days. So let's take a look at the next couple of days. All this is showing you here the tropical storm force winds and then re-intensification with storm winds. So gale force winds, tropical storm force winds of 40 to about 50 miles per hour. Once you get up towards 60, those are damaging winds. So possibly some re-intensification, but notice where it is. Up around the Carolinas and away from us. I'll give you a broader look at all of the winds. So here's how we were during the afternoon. I'm going to take it to tomorrow morning. And remember, the windiest and the wettest, generally speaking, off to the east and to the northeast of the center. So notice where the center is tomorrow morning. It's up here over southeastern Georgia. And this is why, with a lot of confidence, it'll still be gusty. There'll be a couple showers, but drastically improved conditions for those of us over northeastern Florida. Southeastern Georgia, you know we're concerned about the rains you're going to get there tonight and tomorrow morning. But notice what happens as we go from Tuesday morning through Tuesday evening. This is Savannah and Hilton Head. Notice what's happening on the southeast coast. Winds are off the land, so no more storm surge concerns by tomorrow evening. And the wettest and windiest weather will be off to your east and to the northeast. And you can follow it as we go from Tuesday through Thursday, follow to the east and to the north of the center. And you can see why the Carolina coast, first South Carolina, and then eventually North Carolina, especially if it moves inland, those will be in the problem areas. But that takes it pretty far away from the first coast. In fact, Ross might even tell us about some sunshine on the way. Ross?
Yeah, Tim, we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer for that because we do have at least some rain still left in the forecast overnight tonight and into tomorrow. So we'll get to the sunshine here, but still, southeast Georgia up into some of our inland counties, we'll start to see a little bit of that wraparound effect up until at least tomorrow morning, if not even into the afternoon. Now, we're not 100% sure exactly how heavy some of this will be. Some of it may be on the lighter side, and it could work a little bit further southward. So Nassau, Duval County still does have at least some isolated rain chances. Certainly won't be nearly as heavy as what we saw earlier today, but still a few light to moderate downpours can still be expected through much of tomorrow, especially, again, up in Brunswick to Waycross, even down to Folkestone and the north end of Duval County. Now, by the time Wednesday morning rolls around, and especially by the afternoon, that's when we're finally going to push most of the rain, if not all the clouds, out as well. Much drier skies, some sunshine out there potentially by Wednesday, and then even continuing into the end of the week. But this is what we're expecting, at least with regards to how much more rain. So again, coastal Georgia, inland areas as well, we're talking about 4 to 8 inches. So because of that, Weather Prediction Center still does have this highlighted for a moderate to high risk for excessive rainfall. You combine that with the 1 to 4 storm surge expected in coastal Georgia. We still will be watching for that flood risk there over the coming days. But past that, again, drier skies for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday even, so a much nicer end to the week before we do potentially see some more rain and really just summertime thunderstorms on the way by this coming weekend.